Alrighty, welcome on in everyone. Welcome to the final Holidaisie's Dynasty game. Allow me now to introduce you all to Queen Eris III. As you can see here, Queen Eris has inherited the exact same personality of her parent. But we flipped modest and earnest, so we're going to go for a faith ambition initially. And should that fail, we'll go for a farming ambition. Being modest, we like to share credit with others and never take others' money unfairly. And being earnest, we carry on until we hit the end of a story arc. We never back out of a plot line or try to ignore a problem, take the easy exit sort of thing. And finally, we're also majestic. We are pro-authority, pro-monarchy, and pro-public displays. We love to be out and about with the people and showing off how great the crown is. Hail the crown. Should Eris win today, it will put an end to the scheming nobles and restore the crown to an absolute monarchy. That's about as far as it goes. I rolled pro-authority for the third personality trait. So that's where we're going with it. Expect to be treated like the nobles you are, by the Queen, appointed by the Ninth himself to rule over you all. Now, it is time. Let us begin the game. We'll go have a look. Welcome on in, everyone. Say hello to the state of the nation. Look at that farming. Ooh, both the March and the North are hungry. This is a problem. We'll see if we can rectify that as we go on. But let's see everyone that's here. Let's go through the introduction. Shadow Moon, welcome. Starting off with our barons, all the barons that are here at the start of today's game. We got Baron Ilawa, Baron Shadow Moon, Baron Simone, and Baroness Fujimaru II. Welcome on in to our barons. Hope you enjoyed your stay. We've also got our chiefs. We've got Chief Whopper, Chief Weldris III, Chief Teeny Burt, and Chief Glinda. Welcome on in to our chiefs. Hope you enjoy today's game. And finally, last but not least, we have the patricians. We have Lady Patrician Morgrim, Lord Patrician Gibbo II, and Noble Patrician Asher Le Raccoon. Welcome on in. Hope you're all having a lovely weekend so far. If time is money, does that mean ATMs are time machines? I guess. If you're in debt, does that mean you have negative time? Anyway, we're going to start as always with the path to victory. Your Majesty, you have some big boots to fill, and with your parent out of the picture, the nobles will be looking for any opportunity to replace you. When you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? I shall be a saint. It's true. The church will love you, I suspect, but will anyone else? I suggest over the next few years, you focus on improving the kingdom's overall faith as much as possible. Once you have an heir, I will return to discuss how your ambition is progressing. Good luck, Your Majesty. No, it means you owe time and the bank will come to collect. Ooh. Maybe they're advanced time machine. Oh, okay. I was trying to figure out what Glinda was saying, but ATM, advanced time machines. Okay, all right. I got you now. I worked in a time machine clock. I was repairing clocks and other clockwork devices. Oh, okay. Who'd have thought we've all had time machines all along? Oh, lordy. Okay, let's go with the council introduction. Now that you're the Queen, your first duty is to meet with the Council of Nobles. Alright, let's meet the chiefs. Who have we got? We got Whopper. Good luck in the days ahead, Your Majesty. You'll need it dealing with us lot. Thank you, Whopper. Who have we got from the patricians? It's Morgrim. A pleasure, Your Esteemed Highness. I hope to see our kingdom prosper and grow wealthy under your reign. And finally, the Barons of the March. Hello, Shadow Moon. Hail and well met, Your Majesty. Under your leadership, we'll whip this kingdom into shape. And with that, the introductions are done. The council hall immediately fills with raised voices as the nobles argue. Is this what your parents fought so hard for? Alright, finally. Coronation, first vote of the game. All you know, everyone knows that I am pursuing a faith ambition. Everyone else's schemes are still to be determined. Your Majesty, it was an honour to serve your parent. But now it is your time to wear the crown. As is tradition, the council will decide what happens at your coronation. What? But it's my coronation. This isn't an absolute monarchy, Your Majesty. Everything has to be run past the council vote. Even this. Shall we call the nobles in? Alright, let's have a look-see. Oh. A religious ceremony that honours the ninth god would be ideal. I hate both of these for reducing authority. I hate being in the river. Lavish parade. A sploosh, a puddle. Puddle posting in chat. Okay, everyone. A is a lavish parade where we spend money. B is a religious ceremony. C is a dip in the river. And D is a drip in the puddle. Starting the vote now. Type exclamation mark vote followed by A, B, C or D, whichever option you would like to vote for. The item with the most votes shall be passed and be enacted upon. Oh no, 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 you're gonna make me wash? I'm the queen now. I hate this. Sploosh. Oh no, okay. That is in fact all but two of you voting. Wash your hands? No! You can't make me. It's decided. The Queen will be thrown into the river. Let me get changed out of my nice robes. The nobles pick you up and carry you out to the Treadwater River, hurtling you into the shallow water with a cheer. When you climb back up the bank soaking wet, the Chancellor steps forward and places the crown upon your head. Is it your imagination, or are some of the nobles stifling giggles? This should be a tradition per game. Ah, no. No, no, no. Huzzah? Oh. Consider it a baptism. That is, yeah, okay, cool. We can do that, maybe. Oh. Alrighty. Oh, just blew me nose. I hope that the mic didn't catch that. We're going to end the season, and everyone will have a chance to pick their schemes for today's game. We'll be starting with the Barons. Tebeka of the Agents Fujimaru bloodline, infamous marcher prodigy, stands before a blazing hearth, shouting and swearing. When are the Barons of the March back down from a fight? Never! I'll know you'll do whatever it takes to put me, your rightful queen, on the throne. Queen Tebeka, what will you be doing? Barons of the March. Options are A, intimidation, B, uprising, or C, gunpowder. With intimidation, you're going to infiltrate the palace and intimidate me into doing what I'm told. With uprising, you're going to rely on a peasant revolt. And with gunpowder, you're going to get gunpowder and either use it to equip your army with rifles or blow me up. Who are we? Oh, Fujimaru's voted. Shadow Moon has voted. Simone Nilawa. Oh, there we go. Nilawa. There's a three-way tie. If you are about, you can... Hey, there it is. Gunpowder, end the dynasty with a bang. The thing is... we'd have to go through all the VODs, but I'm pretty sure in this dynasty... This has to be like the 6th or 7th time that the Barons have pursued the gunpowder scheme. Bang bang. The Republic of Curve has this substance called gunpowder. They've been trying to blow the palace up all dynasty. Yeah, they've been waiting for it. It's been... like at least 200 and some years, right? I think we start on a 900 something. With enough of that, the Barons could take over the kingdom. Of course, a sensible queen would never allow one region to hoard such a thing. To do so secretly, the Barons must ensure their trade partners don't fear the queen's wrath. To advance their scheme, the Barons must lower authority to 4 or less in 2 seasons. It's been a dynasty of duds and damp fuses. Okay. Spin it however you like. Asgore, looking, I think, is that ginger hair under the ginger hair and freckles? Asgore, the Teeny Burt clan, sinister northern troublemaker, stands precariously on a longhouse crossbeam, spitting as they speak. Looks a bit skinny. Asgore needs to get a bit of meat on the bones. Chiefs of the North, we all know I should be on the throne, not this imposter Queen Eris III. How do we make that happen? Options are A, subterfuge, B, prophecy, or C, hornblower. With subterfuge, you're going to try and undermine my council and replace them with chiefs. With prophecy, you're going to summon the Lord Render to strike me down. And with hornblower, you're going to toot and toot and toot your way to victory. Blow the horn. They'll fill out as they get older, source me, twice the size I was at 20. Oh no. Oh. Damn, everyone's got hornblower. I know it's a bad idea. Well, lower all faith. Oh my god, it is actually. Shit, I don't even look at this anymore, the initial goals. The chiefs plan to dig up Oddheld's legendary horn and use it to take over the kingdom. First, they must win the favour of the gods by diminishing the kingdom's belief in the ninth. Yes, toot posting. To advance their scheme, the chiefs must lower the combined total of all regions' faith to 12 or less in 4 seasons. It's currently at... Oh, I don't even know what it's at. 13 plus 8, 21. Oh, hello. Hero the Bestie. Welcome on in. Cyril of the Hero the Bestie family, notorious coastal entrepreneur, scribbles with a well-used quill on a hardwood desk, explaining in measured prose. Fellow patricians of the coast, my claim to the throne is far more legitimate than that of Queen Eris III. Something must be done. What scheme should the patricians pursue to overthrow the new queen and place their preferred claimant, Cyril, on the throne? Will it be A, sorcery, B, doppelganger, or C, corruption? With A, sorcery, you're going to cut a deal with a wizard to magic your way onto the throne. With doppelganger, you're going to look for a body double to replace me with. And with corruption, well, you're gonna sleaze, corrupt, blackmail, bribe your way into the throne. Alright, patricians, where are you? Morgrim, Gibbo, Asher, and Hero. What's up? How are we feeling? You know what? You know how we're feeling? I'm gonna go to the toilet. And when I get back, I'm hitting continue. You have the minute or so it takes for me to go unzip my flies. I mean, thematically speaking, no worries, it's all good. Thematically speaking, both the barons and the chiefs are pursuing schemes to destroy the palace. Corruption seems relatively low-key. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Bingo, bango, bongo. What are the Pats doing? Doppelganger! The patricians plan to swap the real queen for a perfect doppelganger. First, they must gain the trust of the spy master. To advance their scheme, the patricians must keep their defiance at 4 or less in 4 seasons' time. Okay, going along today's Rogues Gallery. We got Tebecca of the March. The barons are pursuing the gunpowder scheme in order to put our embittered step-aunt on the throne. The barons need to make sure the kingdom's authority is 4 or less in 2 seasons' time, and it's currently at 5. We've also got Asgul in the north, our ambitious vassal. The chiefs are pursuing the Hornblower scheme, and to start with, they want to lower all regions' total faith. 12 or less. Currently at 21. They need to find a way to lose 9 faith. And finally, we have Cyril, a questionable claimant from the coast. The Pats are pursuing the doppelganger scheme. To pass the first stage of that scheme, they need to make sure their own defiance is kept at 4 or less in 4 seasons' time. Good luck, is all I can say. I mean, actually, I think the patricians might have an edge on the others, because their defiance starts at 2. Don't worry, though. There's always ways to piss off a patrician. Just refuse to buy a crab and ban the crab. What would I like? Call for Unity's fine. Oh no, okay, here we go. How dare you refuse our crab? Well, petitioner from afar, avalanche. Okay. Here we go, everyone. Let's start hot off the iron. Your Majesty, there is a petitioner here to see you today. We're not exactly sure where she's from. What does she want? You'll see soon enough, Your Majesty. Greetings, Your Majesty. My name is Arid, and I have a proposition for you. Arid, where are you from? Distant shores, Your Majesty. Distant shores. I prefer to keep my exact origins a secret. And who are you exactly? I am but a humble ship's captain, once of great renown, but that was a different time. Not a pirate then? No, Your Majesty, I would never countenance the fort. Tell me more about this proposition. 3 ships are docked to the harbour in the west. Their hulls are packed to the gills with muskets and gunpowder, and they each boast a full battery of cannons. They're all yours in return for a small favour. And what is this favour? I only wish to stay in this kingdom. With your blessing and protection, I can show your soldiers how to use the weapons, of course, to avoid any accidents. Alright, what did you do? I don't know what you mean, Your Majesty. I simply wish to keep my dealings private. You'll forgive me, I hope. Do we want the bang bang? This sounds like... Hold on. Would this be a breacher? Is this an easy thing? I'm thinking about Ernest. Would I... Arid, please don't supply the barons with gunpowder. Yeah, that's... Well, I mean, I'm thinking, is this something I want to get involved with? I'm going to do a call for unity on this. Vote however you please. I'm not enamoured with any of them, really. Gibbo desperate for an extra edge in military. Excellent, excellent. A three-way split. Thank you for the unity, everyone. I cannot believe it. All right, 3, 2, 1. Unity, what is it? It's a foreign concept. Arid and her weapons prove most useful in the coming months. She and her crew train your officers as promised. Uri demonstrates by puncturing a metal breastplate at 500 yards. The council clearly made the right decision. A devastating avalanche has buried a mountain village within my domain. There were few survivors. Whopper, I suppose the kingdom should lend a helping hand. The other nobles are under no obligation to help the north, but surely they will vote with compassion. Yeah, I'm kind of against it because I don't want to bankrupt myself. We can have a memorial or we can say nothing to be done. Ah yes, the chiefs love a good memorial from the Archbishop. Where was the unity last vote? What happened? Alright, final countdown. 3, 2, 1. Boom, boom. The Archbishop leads a tasteful memorial for those lost, so the chiefs would have preferred more tangible aid. Hey, it was tasteful. He did alright. Archie did okay. As is tradition, each region offers a selection of elite guards. The chiefs were their most famous warrior heroes. The patricians were champion gladiators from the arena. And the barons offer a squad of battle-hardened veteran soldiers. Think carefully, Your Majesty. These guards' loyalties will be divided between you and their region. Of course, you could just hire foreign mercenaries. They'd be Lord of Coin above all. I think I've made my decision. I await your verdict with bated breath. Oh, what was that? Asher, thank you for the follow. Hey, we play King of the Castle here every Sunday. So be sure to check back in each Sunday if you can. I try and keep it the same time. But yeah, thank you very much for that follow. I appreciate that. We are going to go. Right, I think looking at this, we want someone who's in good with the faith. We're not too, like, gaudy. Because we're modest and we're earnest, I think it's going to be the Veterans of the March. That's the one I want. I will make the arrangements at once. The veterans arrive a few weeks later. They march into the throne room in perfect formation before lining up behind your throne, hands on their sword hilts. Each soldier sports a bigger scar than the last. Alrighty, let's have a look. So the chiefs will want D, the observatory, to lower faith. Authority wise, E, the cathedral, would hurt the chiefs. Barons may want B, the theatre, to lower authority. And that's all she wrote. So it's B, D and E are the ones that impact schemes. Otherwise, I mean, I don't know. Building a deer park in the north would be That would be terrible. I'd hate it. Not gonna lie, wouldn't be a fan of the North starving. But anyway, here's a list of everyone and all their money. We're going to start the auction now. Type !fund, followed by the letter of the item you would like to fund, followed by the amount of money you'd like to fund it with. Top 2 items will be built and take effect at the end of the auction. You have about 40 seconds to get your funding in, but there's a slight delay on stream, so I'll type in chat when there are 10 seconds left. Let's have a look. At the minute we got D. D is in the lead. B coming up second. No other bids on anything else, so this looks like a solid lead in. Cathedral just got 100 from somewhere. Boom, 10 seconds. Go, 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 go. Did I do my countdowns? I think I did, yes. What did we end up with? Whoa! Okay, Faith has moved from the north to the coast. Fantastic work. Let's start with this. Your Majesty will recall the devastating avalanche that struck the north. Yes, I remember. A tragedy. The avalanche uncovered an ancient stone door embedded in the mountainside. We suspect it may be one of our ancestors' tombs. Some locals pried open the door and investigated within. They did not return. Ooh. Right. I don't know what I would do. I don't think I'd shut it. So we won't shut it. Vote as you please, everyone. Scholars or warriors? Who will we send? Feeling brave today? We're not, like, completely removed from it. I think the previous monarchs were very wary of the hidden tombs. They sound very dangerous. But the queen we got today... Everyone complains... Oh, no, Morgan, you're fine. I think Teeny's just saying it because... it upset the scheme for the Chiefs. Send in the scholars. Thank you. Yeah, I don't think Teeny didn't have any teeth in it, I don't believe. It's just a funny turnabout. I know. Oh, good. Okay. I worry. I was joking back. Oh, good. Okay, cool. Everyone's happy. That's fine. It would kind of break my character too if I spent any money. Whopper? Spending Whopper money? Unheard of. A team of scholars are sent forth to investigate, accompanied by a few officers of the watch to ensure their safety. You hope to hear back from them soon. In case nobody has noticed over the last several months, my noble consistently votes in favour of the church. Yes. I think because the last... we had faith, we were pro-faith the last couple of games, right? I thought you were just being loyal to me. But I see. You're loyal to the Archbishop first. The Curve captain you allowed to stay in the capital, the one who traded those weapons, she has been the cause of some concern. Nobles have complained that she has been rude and confrontational. She does not know royal etiquette after all. Worse, some suspect her of being a Curve spy. Very well, I will have a word. Loyal to the 9th? Oh no. But Archie has a hat. And the 9th gave him that hat. It's a very special hat. You find Oreed pacing the halls far from her assigned chambers. Can I help? Curve bounty hunters landed in the coast not long ago. I see where you're going with this. Exactly. They're looking for me. I did not expect them to come here. Clearly, I was wrong. Tell me what you did and I might help you. My crime was a crime of thought. I dared to disagree with the other senators on a matter of great importance. So you're a former senator of Curve? Yes. Now I am nothing. You'll be fine if you stay with me. Are you sure? I am the Queen. There is nowhere safer. Very well. I hope my trust is not misplaced. Your Majesty, it's important you find a spouse sooner rather than later. I'll take liberty of finding eligible candidates. What is your preference, men, women, or do you not mind? Okay, in chat, do we want to pursue Oreed? In which case I'll just select women. Do it. Is that the finale? We're going to marry Oreed and then someone's going to blow up the palace on us? I mean, I don't mind. I could roll for it randomly like normal. Do a D4. What's that? A rainbow hand clap? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Some people here said yes. I think most people have said yes. Do it. Okay. We're going to say women. Thank you, Your Majesty. I'll send out messages to the most influential noble families in the kingdom. Let's see what they have to offer. All right. Let's go. Amidst the dark and foreboding forest, the small squat castle stands watch over the Marcher border. There at the end of the kingdom, a plot is hatching. Have the merchants from Curve arrived with gunpowder yet? Not yet. They still fear the Queen's reprisals, not to mention their own government. Then our work is not yet done. We need to weaken Queen Eris III's grip. The Baron's aim is to lower authority to 4 or less. There we go, we stalled 1. Jobs are good and now money-wise. I think common all is fine. That's okay. Let's start with the bounty hunters, then we'll go to the scholars. We want to... Your Majesty, these good folks are bounty hunters represented in the Republic of Curve, they say. Queen Eris III, we greet you humbly. Make it quick. I have little time for mercenaries. We're searching for someone. A fugitive, you might say. Last we heard, she went by the name Oreed. I'm afraid she's under my protection. As we feared. Still, perhaps we can work out a deal. The Grand Pensionary Curve is offering a large bounty for the return of this woman, and we are sure that an esteemed queen such as yourself would not risk drawing Curve's ire. As proof of our goodwill, we will even allow you to keep the firearms that were stolen. We gave Oreed our word. We can refuse them outright and up front, or we can pay them to take somebody else. You decide. Will we refuse the bounty hunter's offer and risk war with Kurth? Or will we just slip him a little something something on top of the bounty? Kurth does not impress me. We got 30 military. Military's the only thing we're good at. Alright. Here we go then. Something about having 10 military makes people want to go to war. You've got to put a dent in them numbers. Those numbers are too good. Too big. And hey, Northwind, welcome on in. Bounty hunters protest and leave only when you threaten to have them thrown out. Their parting words contain chilling warnings of Kurth's retribution, which you hope are only idle threats. Bizarre news from the tomb in the north, Your Majesty. The scholars of Quell University have finished their excavation. Inside they made contact with an army of warriors made entirely from ice. The frozen soldiers declared their loyalty to King Bajanov and asked to be taken to him. Who in the blazes is King Bajanov? King Bajanov died 400 years ago. He was a king back when the North was independent. The Ice Warriors have trouble understanding this, though. What do you suggest? King Bajanov is interred in the Hall of Heroes in Wintergate. We could take them to see his skeleton. Perhaps that will persuade them he's dead. Ooh. Tell them that I am King Bajanov. That's what we want. That's the big move. That's the one. I'm the big boss now. I'm the top dog. She's learned a lot about herself these past 100 years. But 400 years have passed. I've figured a few things out. Namely, how to conquer the entire kingdom without your help. Alrighty, it seems to be kind of lean on the votes, so I'll do a final countdown. 3, 2, 1. Boom, boom, there we go. When the Ice Warriors are told that their ancient King Bajanov still rules the kingdom, they accept him without question. They offer to serve local northern chiefs as shock troops. They are powerful, dangerous warriors. Yeah, remain under the North's control, that's fine. The Ice Warriors are dangerous opponents. Good with a blade, untiring, inhumanly fast. They prove a dramatic boon for the North's military. And rather accepting of, oh, and groups of chiefs are still fighting each other? Sounds like them? Yeah. That's the way. I have found 3 potential matches for you. 1 eligible young woman from each of the kingdom's 3 regions. Choose wisely, you'll be securing a powerful alliance. Yes, I know. Chancellor leads you to the Great Hall, where they've arranged 3 portraits on easels for now. Each is covered by a cloth. Alright, so let's say Uri doesn't work out. Who do we want? We can have anyone that's in good with the church, anyone that's in good with the peasants, anyone that's hard working, driven. Anyone who's like pro-nobility? Let's see them. They whisk away the cloth from the first portrait. So you have the Southern Horse Chiefs, the Coastal Boat Chiefs, and the Northern Ice Chiefs. Sure, close enough. That'll do. This is Marta, firstborn daughter of Northern Weldris clan. Beautiful, isn't she? Apparently she's also exceptionally well-mannered and agreeable for a Northerner. Chancellor throwing shade there. I've heard she spends most of her time playing cards or making wagers with friends or hangers-on. She's already engaged once, but it didn't last. No one's sure why. You know, being beautiful's fine and all, but failed marriage, gambling. Next. Oh! From the coast, we have her owner, wealthy heiress to Lord Patrician Hero de Bestie's estate. I mean, look at her. She's gorgeous and apparently got a silver tongue too. Another pretty one. Her interests are typical to coast, money, 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 and making more of it. She's said to be led by her passions, living in the moment with no thought for her reputation. A money grubber. And finally we have the Marches offering Evme. Oh my god. Skyner, the prestigious Nilawa bloodline. Typical Baroness, really. Loud, brash, self-absorbed, but mostly well-meaning. Bold, looks like Lex Luthor. Freaking. Like most of the barons, her great passion is hunting. No beast is safe from her crossbow. Give her half a chance and she'll expand at length about how we should improve the lot of the peasants. Oh, well, hey. That last one. Ah, dear God. Why she looks so grumpy? She's so upset. Giving the peasants a wig? Yeah, okay. Alright, yeah. Oh. What do you think? Of course, by picking a candidate, you'll anger the other regions, but you'll gain a lifelong alliance. It's... yeah. Well, which of them do you wish to marry? Evme of the March. She's upset because the peasants' lot hasn't been improved. Going on a smile strike. I will not smile until the lot of the peasants is improved upon. Excellent, I'll make the arrangements. Okay. Is that all of it? Frickin' hell. What have we got here? Ooh! Goodbye, Call of Unity. Hello, Iron Choice. We like authority. Everyone likes authority. Your August Majesty. Hello, Gibbo. How you doing? A great big whale has washed up on the coast, right outside my villa. However, before I could order my servants to harvest its blubber, a finfolk crawled up onto the sand. It begged me for an audience with the Queen. Finfolk, what's that? Your question is answered when a frog-faced, green-skinned man waddles in, his flippers slapping against the marble. That's me! Your Majesty, the whale's name was Tepepi. She was wise and gentle and a great friend to the Finfolk. We request our return, so we can send her soul into the great abyss with honour. Why should I listen to you? Because I'm begging. Tepepi deserves a proper burial. That's below. You can't seriously be considering this, Your August Majesty. The beast is dead. You know what? I reckon the Finfolk should have it. We want to maintain good relations, especially if we're going to be on a war footing soon with Kurth. Vote B to vote with me. Also, low-key, I don't want the patricians to start hemorrhaging their farming. Alright. Yeah, this seems good. This is, yeah, 8 votes to 2. Okay. By the 9th, I can't believe this. The animal was already dead. Thank you, Your Majesty. The Fimbo go you a great day. Using a huge crane and a team of oxen, the rotting whale is lifted and placed upon wooden rollers. Without ceremony, it is plopped back into the ocean. From that point on, coastal fishermen report that their catches have never been better. The grateful finfolk literally herd fish towards their nets. No extra food for anyone else. Your Majesty, nobles of the council, tensions are running high, but the kingdom itself is stable. Perhaps we forget our past troubles and come together as friends. What do you have in mind, Chancellor? We could exchange gifts or hold a friendly competition. A fashion show perhaps, or a game of riddles. Your Majesty, why don't we hold a vote on a team building exercise to help you and the council trust each other again? Damn, that's me. It is you. I mean, if you say no, I gain authority. Because obviously you're saying no because you trust me that much, right? Hear me out. Let's do riddle. Oh, what's it gonna be? Anyone want to say anything before I open the vote to people? Unity is good. Anything? Such a japester. Okay, what is... No, it's Iron Choice I've got. A is friendship. A, yeah, it could be. Vote on in, everyone. A, gift exchange. B, friendly fashion competition. Or C, a game of live riddles. Riddle for diddle. Alright, it looks like riddles have won out by a minor margin. 3, 2, 1. Boom, boom. A capital idea. Gift givers and recipients are plucked from a hat. You're assigned to receive a gift from Lady Patricia Morgrim and give a gift to Baroness Agents Fujimaru II. What do you buy for Lady Patricia Morgrim? Morgrim has enough, right? I still don't want to spend money. Hell no! Hell no! Private zoo, are you mad? Absolutely mad, Nilawa. I'm going to dig out an old coat and hope for the best. Lady Patricia Morgrim... Oh, my best wasn't good enough. Lady Patricia Morgrim's face falls when she unwraps your tatty old coat and holds it up to the light. Ah, it smells like moths. Thank you, Your Serene Highness. This gift makes it abundantly clear what you think of me. Well, I did build a cathedral, so I deserve at least the towels. I mean, I guess you can use the coat as a towel. I don't need a gift from the barons. I'm good. Honestly, that comes as a relief. Money's been a little tight lately. Okay, fantastic. That was... Thank you, Chancellor. Thank you. That was a grim gift for Morgrim Moon. Yeah. A ratty old cloak that's all sort of moth-eaten. Your wedding to Evme is naturally the talk of the kingdom. The trouble is, right, with this much money, I'm only like one emergency away from being bankrupt. That's what was going through my head. Nobles and peasants alike travel from across the realm to attend. For a week and a day, the capital is one giant party. It feels like you're the only one not taking part. Instead, you're getting ready for the ceremony. Soon enough, you're standing in St. Bertrand's Cathedral with Evme at your side. Do you take this woman as your lawfully wedded wife? I do, Archie. Then I pronounce you queen and wife. After the wedding, of course, there's a feast, and after the feast, a dance. Your new wife, Evme, dances so vigorously that she spills wine all over herself. By the time you find yourself alone with Evme, it's past midnight and you've never felt more tired. Good God, I am so drunk, and yet somehow not drunk enough. Time for more wine. Servants, bring us more wine. Haha, that's the spirit. So what do you do in your spare time? Nothing beats the romance of the hunt, roaming the great outdoors, searching for my prey. What did you think of the wedding? It was damn beautiful from start to finish, wasn't it? I had a whale of a time. Shall we go back to bed together? No time like the present, eh? She swigs back the last drinks of her wine and leads you to bed. Okay. So many mixed messages with Evme. Why is she so happy to be here when she looks so miserable? An ancient legend is resurfacing in the north, yet the chiefs can't agree on where. I'm telling you, my aunt's second cousin dug up a horn not too long ago that looks just like the carvings. Your aunt's always digging things up. I have it on good authority that the horn's somewhere in my lands. The sagas confirm it. I told you 1,000 times, Weldris III does not mean hornblower in the old tongue, it means blower of... Enough! If we're to recover the horn, we must earn the god's favour. And while you two bicker, our enemies in the Ninth Church grow stronger. The chief's aim is to lower all regions' faith to a combined faith of 12 or less. Anchored a few miles from the sunny coast, noble patrician Asher Laracun has invited their closest confidants aboard their yacht. Ninth God is not smiling on us, friend. We failed to win the Spy Master's trust and he still watches us with an eagle eye. How goes the search for the lookalike? Not well. I'm still looking. Best I found is a peasant with the wrong shaped nose, wrong coloured eyes and a wooden leg. Don't let that discourage you. Keep searching. Our doppelganger is out there, I'm sure of it. I look good, you do indeed. I am a fan of this outfit. The patricians aim to lower their defiance to 4 or less. Wow. We are so good. Fated to win. Everyone's stalled out on the first stage. God frickin' damn it, Barons, what are you doing? Look at this. Look at oh, you sneaky. Oh, it's not enough that we're going to war with Kurth. You want to pick another fight as well. Ooh. Damn, if I'm fortunate enough that I've done the triple war achievement already. But damn, if I didn't have the triple war, yeah. Explosion first, then yeah, that's what I'm thinking. If that works. Your Majesty! A ship exploded at port. The water swelled like a tidal wave and my whole town was devastated. How could this happen? I have no idea, Your Esteemed Highness. All I know is that the ships arrived from Kurth yesterday and now my docks have been destroyed. Oh, depths below. If I may, this may be the promised retribution from Kurth. Retribution? Then this was an attack. You cannot let this stand, Your Majesty. Patrol the coast. B. Get out there and bang bang. Vote B, everyone, and we will patrol the coast and set things straight. Gonna get ourselves a war on. Wow, where is Call for Unity when you need it, eh? Arid is summoned from her quarters post-haste. When you tell her your plan, she is more than willing to accept and immediately set sails. In between her patrol, she even trains your other captains how to fight against Kurth's cannons. Over the coming months, trade ships from both sides come under attack. Skirmishes on the open sea between the Kingdom and Republican navies become commonplace. With no one willing to give in, the conflict will continue for the foreseeable future. At least you have Oreed on your side. Alright. Are we going Yuri? We are. Maybe. I don't know. I kind of like my actual wife, you know? Your Majesty! We in the March have finished a complete reorganisation of our new army. It's truly a powerful beast now. Yes, yes, very lovely, dear. Moreover, I was hoping the ground might be willing to host some military exercises, as soldiers are restless. You want me to start a war? We just need a suitable campaign to whet our swords and spears. An unbloodied army isn't worth its salt, I'd say. Alright, let's see what the council thinks. Instead of a costly war, your highness, we can establish mercenary companies that fight abroad and take a healthy cut of the profits. Or if your majesty wishes to gain something more than gold, we should use our might as intended and make inroads into Tavolin, whose meagre army will surely be no match. Okay, right. I have kind of wanted money. We can't say no to the barons. I kind of want A, but I want you... Tavolin it? No. Tavolin's a completely separate nation. Kurth is across the sea. Tavolin is directly to our south. I'm not sure what the proper relationship is, but Tavolin is essentially like a vassal state of the Ashmedian Empire. I don't know how, like, entrenched they are with each other, but effectively it's like a buffer zone between us and Ashmead. Kurth, yeah. Kurth is on the other side of the ocean. Me cool with either A or C? I think A's fine. Because cash money. And once I get that extra money, I'll be... Tavolin is former Ashmedian territory that successfully won a war of independence. Ah, okay. Thank you, yeah, I wasn't, like, was that in one of the lore drops? You give the royal assent to a creation of new mercenary companies. Owned by the Barons of the March, these companies fight in Ashmead and other lands where wars are plentiful. Everyone's satisfied, the Barons get their exercise, and you get a portion of the blood money. You all get a bit more money there, Barons. Alright, so, cool. Back from the hunt. What have we got? Eris, dearest, I have something for you. Something I brought back from my latest hunt. A trophy. Evme takes you by the hand and leads you to the Great Hall, where a white sheet hangs from some statue that wasn't there before. When she pulls the sheet free and it falls to the floor, the taxidermied figure of the Great Brown Bear is revealed, snarling in anger as if ready to attack. Fearsome! This will be perfect for instilling some fear into the nobles. The bear makes a fine addition to the council chambers. Your nobles give it nervous glances every time they enter the room. Alright, here we are. Second auction of the game. Barons will desperately want to lower authority with B, the theatre. Chiefs want to lower faith across the board. They'd be interested in C, the observatory. In other news, I don't know, E, the library for extra stability might be nice, but I reckon we're just going to get B and C. Here is everyone and their money. We're going to start the auction now. Type exclamation mark fund followed by the letter of the item you would like to fund followed by the amount of money you'd like to fund it with. Top 2 items at the end of the auction will be built and take effect. Bids on all other items will be refunded. You've got about 40 seconds to get your funding in, but there's a slight delay on stream, so I'll type in chat when there are 10 seconds left. Let's have a look. We got A and C. The deer park and the observatory. Was not expecting that one. Damn, that was a lot of money on the deer park there. Holy hell. 10 seconds. Get in there. Go, 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 go. Don't miss out. If you can hear me now, you probably missed out. I love her. A whole ass bear as a gift. She's epic. Oh dear. Oh dear indeed. Oh dearie dearie me. Hungry, Hungry Barons is the name of the game. It's right there. Famine. Alright, let's start with trade war. Your Majesty, the Republic of Kurth has levied extreme trade sanctions against us for our perceived crimes against them, notably your refusal to surrender O'Reed to their custody. Bah, we don't need Kurth. They're our biggest trade partners by far, Your Majesty. Our economy is basically on fire now. So what can we do about it? That's for the council to decide. Kurth must also be suffering from this. But we can't afford to wait them out. Our people will soon run out of basic necessities. Don't know what to do. Well, I mean, war, right? We want war. D, right? Boom, boom. We're absolutely not doing C. I don't particularly want B either. I'd prefer D. I'd be happy enough with A. Vote D to vote for me. Give me the D. Alright, I'm just going to go refill my drink. I'll be back in a moment. Alright. Good thing you didn't declare war on Ashmead, yeah. Excellent. Okay, apparently we're going to trade with Ashmead instead. The Ashmeadian Empire, though hostile historically to the kingdom, is more than happy to swoop in and provide for the kingdom in its hour of need. Of course, the aid doesn't come without cost. Cheap Ashmeadian goods flood into the kingdom to replace Kurth's trade. Along with them come waves of foreign merchants, strange priests, and bizarre new customs. A small price to pay to keep the kingdom intact. None of this is good. Is the famine over now? Oh no. Hello, Your Majesty. I've travelled all the way from the march to beg you to do something about the price of grain. Can't afford to feed my family. A day of backbreaking work isn't enough to buy a day's worth of bread. She's right. Grain price in the march is beyond all control. Greedy merchants rake in profit while the common folk starve. I don't mind spending money to fix this, but if I do that, I want a point of authority. Fair trade, right? Can't say better than that. I spend more than half my treasury to fix this. You get to eat dinner. Me, Gamba? Oh, no. Okay. Alright. Okay, here we go. Fantastic. Thank you. 80%. What could go wrong? I tried. Thank you, Teeny. It succeeded. Hey, you place a strict price cap on grain. When the wily merchant finds a way around it, you order a few of them hanged as examples to the rest. In a short, sharp lesson does wonders. Soon enough, grain is cheap again and no merchant dares say a word. Hopefully, most of the peasants will stay alive until the next harvest. There we are. Unfortunately, the economy in the march is fallen through the floor. Your marriage to Evme has grown strong and steady like an old castle wall. Though it began as a political arrangement, it's blossomed into something like love. It's high time you thought about an heir. Congratulations are in order. The royal wedding was a magnificent affair, but something's still missing. You need an heir. You need someone young, whose loyalty is assured. A child of your own would do the trick, even if they're a bastard, or the youngest of your many cousins. My wife and I will have a child together. Ah, the traditional method. No one will object to that. I'll arrange for you to take a month off from ruling so you can get down to business. Alrighty. Common tax for everyone. Yay! Oh, okay. Mercenary income. Let's have a look at this. Your Majesty, I have good news. Those mercenary companies we let loose into the wild, they're still returning profits. What a wonderful investment. Do I get any of that? Oh, of course, Your Highness. Please take it. Oh. The question remains, Your Highness, whether or not we call it quits. Why would we do that? We sent them to Ashmead in order to blood them. They've more than proven themselves. We could bring them home and have them train our own military with their expertise, or we can put them back to work with the expectation of future profits. Bring them home to train the troops. That's the way. This is our crab event. Oh, I guess so. Yeah, the mercenaries. They're both Gamba. That's true. Okay then, it looks like maintaining the mercenaries is the lead. 80% chance. Oh! The mercenaries continue their successful campaigns throughout Ashmead and beyond. A steady stream of income finds its way back to the kingdom with little effort on your part, keeping both you and the barons happy. Okay. More money. My liege, I simply must lodge a formal complaint. These Ashmeadian lackwits that you've invited into our lands, ruining everything. They refuse to work on Wednesdays, their food is awful, and they're taking jobs away from our commoners. From our citizens, I mean. Let's see what the council thinks. Bah! If we must. We could send Nilawa away to Ashmead. Nilawa, would you like to visit Ashmead and learn more about their rich culture and heritage? I hate trip. You don't want the trip? Okay, This is a rare one. But let's veto that so Nilawa can not go. We can do nothing. Now, with stuff like this, I try to respect the actual players. They both banned tea on Wednesday. Nice. I thought you'd love to. No, Nilawa is a good little patriot. Alright. Time to vote. I can go if I must. Alright, okay. I'll leave it open. Vote for whichever you prefer, everyone. Good little patriot would go spy. That's true. Go spy on Ashmead for me. What do we do about the Ashmeadians? All these migrants in the march, cluttering up the place. Not working on a Tuesday for some reason. I completed the table and dislocated my kneecap for a couple of... Ugh, sorry to hear that. Ooh. Rough. Hope everything's well and I hope you're able to rest. Hope the table looks good. But ouchies. Is this the council's idea of a joke? I'll not be seen dead within 100 miles of that border, mark my words. We're not sure if Baron Nilawa ever actually embarks on the voyage, but at the very least he takes your money and ceases his complaints. Oh, a glorified bribe. Fantastic. Rumblings. Your Majesty, we've been hearing disturbing rumblings from the university. What manner of rumblings? Nasty rumours of secret nighttime meetings in one of the older libraries. The rumour is they're examining the rules of succession, the very rules that put you on the throne. Who knows what conclusions they may come to. We need to do something. Well, go do your stretches. Yeah. Make sure to look after yourself before settling in to play this. You only get one body in this life, and it's best to look after it if you can. What's it going to be? Votes are open, everyone. We need a spy to uncover their secrets, or we're just going to summon a scholar. Okay, summoning a scholar I think is a clear-cut winner here. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. The university acknowledges your request, but no scholar appears that day or the day after or the day after that. Oh, you voted for... Okay, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the merge chat on the restream. And so I've got like all the instructions. I don't see them. I just see what floats by on screen. Fair enough, though. Yeah, we're good. We're very good. A plague of rats in the coast. Ooh. Noble patrician Asher Lacoon strides into the council chamber distraught, waving a dead rat by its tail. The fields and barns of the coast are overrun by vermin, and we've no more poison for these horrible things. We can't cope anymore. Let's see. The coast can handle this alone. I reckon, yeah. Cats are stupid. We can do any of the others. Vote as you please. How dare you, cats are brilliant. I know, but I don't trust them to fix the problem. I'd rather do nothing than send cats. Oh, who's joined? Red Deucer, welcome on in. Hope you're doing okay. Alright. 3, 2, 1. Ding ding. Yeah, I saw you. I don't know how long you've been here, but I saw that the number of nobles had gone up. Luckily, the Adventurers Guild has an entire branch dedicated to vermin control as part of their levelling up initiative. Don't worry, Your Majesty, you can rely on I, Graswold the Glorious, and my party of merry venturers to clear out these rats for you. Later, the adventurers are wiped out battling some kind of rat king in a sewer, but the rodent population has gone down. Good stuff. An opportunity, Your Highness. A curve ship sunk last week, just off our coast. I request permission to salvage the wreckage. Curved vessels are always full of valuable things. Wait. It might be off your coast, but it's in our waters. By the 9th, in fact, it's closer to our city of Hyphos than any of yours. But you ceded those waters years ago in exchange for a chest of silver. You're having money problems, and Your Majesty, the esteemed council, don't let this liar fool you. Oh, is this blacked out because we got hostilities with Curve? Alright, I'm going to say if we allow the patricians, I get some authority. Yep, okay. I would like to veto leave the wreck alone as well. I want to dig it up. No chance on sea. How can we send it to them when we're like in a sort of how should you say, diplomatic fracas or fracas, however you say that word. Oh no, only one pat. Okay then. Okay, I see the way the wind is blowing on this one. 3, 2, 1. Ding ding. See, I thought the Pats being the Royal Navy should be the better option. But here we are. What? But it's in our waters. Oh. Oh. Alright, salutes in chat. For a brief moment, the patricians were nearly at a point where they could proceed with their scheme. For the briefest of brief moments. Move over! The council's word is final, isn't it? But the operation doesn't ever get off the ground, so to speak. The reefs where the ship sank are dangerous and full of sharks. After dozens of divers go missing and are presumed eaten, the whole thing is called off. Never works. Your Majesty, you wanted to see someone from the university? Why did I want to see you again? I have no idea, Your Majesty. Perhaps you wanted help with your memory? Rumblings, Your Majesty. There were disturbing rumblings from this man's general direction. How curious. Apparently you're organising a revolution. Oh no, Your Majesty, revolutions are messy, noisy things. We at Quail University are content without disruption. But there is something going on. There's always something going on, Your Majesty. History does not pause, even when we are wasting our time here in this throne room. This man is a buffoon, Your Majesty. We should rid the kingdom of such ignorant minds. At least that's my opinion. But matters concerning Quail University fall outside the control of the council, by ancient laws of Queen Alma herself, even in such trivial matters as to what to do with a weasel like this. Yeah, I kind of feel like we got to do something. I don't want to cut his head off, though. That's a bit extreme. Let's just put him in the box. Put him in the dungeons. And he can think about what he's done. He hasn't done it. He's not telling us the truth, though. He's sort of sidestepping it and being a little slimy. So we don't like that. Like, if you're not doing anything wrong, why are you making life difficult? Okay, you're obviously not operating in good faith. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Boom, boom. Yeah, dungeons. Dungeon time. The scholar is dragged away, begging to be provided with parchment, some ink, and perhaps a few volumes to the library to pass time. My lord, no, we won't hurt him. Or you're just autistic and answering the question that was asked, and not the one that was implied. Oh. Okay, I can see that. I can see that. Okay. Pedantry is a trait sometimes. Okay, cool. Fine, okay. Maybe. Maybe I should. Hits me where I live. Yeah, I know. I know you guys in the audience. I didn't even really think of that. I was just like, oh, this scumbag not answering the question, avoiding it. Okay, wow. Somehow we're doing good. Alright, low on lumber in the north. My liege, will you tell these superstitious chiefs to get over themselves and let us harvest their trees? We need wood for our craftspeople. I've told you 1,000 times, Baron. That forest is thoroughly haunted. You'll damn us all if you go logging there. But you sold us a logging contract, and said contract has no exclusions for haunting. My liege, the chiefs cannot be allowed to wiggle out of their commitments. Oh. Oh. We gotta fence it off, right? Yeah, let's fence it off. That's probably. Give me D. Oh, lordy. What is the faith at the minute? 8 and 5, 13, plus 3, 16. My faith ambition is not looking great. They're barons, they like our hunting reserve. They would. They would. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Whopper coming in at the last moment. Oh, no. Oh no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Good try, was it? Was it really? 20%. That's what we had a punt on. With the council's express permission, hundreds of Marcher lumberjacks rush into the haunted forest and start hacking it down, but are woefully unprepared for what they find. The moment workers cut into ancient trees, they come alive, picking up labourers and devouring them whole. Panic spreads. The barons withdraw from the area immediately, but the forest does not return to dormancy. Instead, trees start marching across the north, ransacking villages along the way. I warned you! Now there's an army of trees on our doorstep. The greed of the barons knows no bounds. Okay, what do you want? Hey! Rare appearance from the watch captain. He appears in like 3, maybe 4 events, I think, total. Check him out while he's here. The scholar you arrested, Your Highness, has been teaching the officers guarding his cell economic sciences, and now they're negotiating for better pay. Okay, pay them more then, I guess. As you wish, my liege. There are quite a lot of them. Your officers are extremely pleased with their pay rise and congratulate themselves on their newfound negotiation skills. The scholar turns his attention to teaching them politics. Your quest for an heir is finally complete. You stand before the council with a small child in your arms. Let's roll a d3. Hold on. D3. A 1. Ooh. Should I die, I ask that my crown be passed down too. The council hall is filled with nervous silence. My son! The assembled nobles break out into polite applause. By designating an heir, you cemented the stability of the kingdom. Your Highness, may I be the first to congratulate you on the birth of your son. What is his name? Eris the Fourth. Thank Morgana, Your Majesty. I'm sure little Eris the Fourth will grow up to be a chip off the old block. Congratulations on finding an heir. Now you just need to fulfill your ambition to win the game. Expect a visit from the Spy Master soon. Are we going to become a saint? Okay, another auction. Let's have a look. Oh, who's joined? Hold on, there's a new chief. Oh, Advisor, you're new. Sorry, you just showed up as well. Welcome on in, Advisor. What do people want? The Chiefs want D, the observatory, but they would hate E, the cathedral. I'd kind of like E, the cathedral. I need all the faith I can get. What else is there? Oh yeah, B, the theatre, to lower authority for the barons. So yeah, same old song and dance. Here's a list of everyone and their money. We're going to start our third auction of the scheme. Now, type !fund, followed by the letter of the item you would like to fund, followed by the amount of money you'd like to fund it with. Top 2 items at the end of the auction will be built and take effect. Everything else will be refunded. You've got about 40 seconds to get your funding in, but there's a slight delay on stream, so I'll type in chat when there are 10 seconds left. E and B, Cathedral and Theatre, in the lead. Oh shit, I've typed enter too soon, sorry about that. Alright. 10 secondos left. Wow, okay, Cathedral and Deer Park. Can you believe it? Going hungry, going faithful. Alright, vultures. Greedy northern merchants are taking advantage of cheap marcher labour, your highness, exploiting our natural resources and putting our trade companies out of business. They're vultures, vultures. Is it really such a problem? This is just business. You know what, I don't want to spend money on this. What are we going to do? Bearing in mind the barons have just gone and wrecked the north. They've set off the unholy trees. All right. So then, just business, baby. Okay. Another travesty. I should know better than to expect the council to be of worth to anyone. The gods are good. My companies are safe. Glad this council sees sense for once. The northern companies in the march continue to tick over nicely, siphoning money out of the region and making Chief Advisor filthy rich. The rich get richer. Your Majesty, ever since those bird-brained barons tried to cut down our ancient groves, the trees have been rampaging across the north. You just said the forest was haunted. Lots of forests are haunted. You should have said composed of ancient cursed trees that swallow people whole. The grove is older than the kingdom itself. It's no wonder it held such power. Please, your highness, assemble the council. We need to appease the trees. If we get a wizard, I want some authority for it, but I'm happy to send in the marcher troops to fight. Either way. Barons, do you want to fight? When's the Inquisition and their bonfires when you need them? I mean, I would have thought there'd been a faith option for this, thinking about it. Me feel gutsy. Jeez, take it on alone. The march started this, the march can finish it. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's what I'm thinking. What was there like, we can have them. Oh dear, okay. I think that's a winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. By the knife, we'll show those soft chiefs how to cut down a few trees. Legions of marcher soldiers, lumberjacks and rangers, armed with wood-cutting axes and torches, are sent to the front lines. Despite their ferocity, trees are no match for marcher grit, nor their sharp axes. Stumps litter the landscape, and volunteers are paraded through the north. Legend of killer trees fades from the world once more. The Archbishop claims that one more bastion of the deposed god's influence has been destroyed. Fantastic. Speaking of holy influence, at the start of your reign, you said you wanted to be a saint, but so far you've not convinced anyone. The kingdom's faith in the church is still distinctly underwhelming, Your Majesty. If your current ambition isn't working for you, if you want to stop the nobles from overthrowing you, you need to pivot, change your image. My advice would be to infiltrate each region with loyal spies, defeat their schemes with schemes of our own. We should crush these disloyal nobles, smash their armies and force them to submit. The common folk are a sleeping giant. Even the nobles are afraid to wake. If you become beloved by the peasants, the nobles won't dare overthrow you for fear of revolution. Here's another idea, though. Declare war on Ashmedian Empire. The nobles will forget about their schemes if you win. So then, my options. We're going to go farming. Faith has failed us. Declare war on the Ashmedian Empire or become beloved by the common folk. We don't like the common folk that much. We're very pro-monarchy, so I guess we're going to go against the Ashmedian Empire. It's finally time. Enough! Enough pussyfooting about with mercenary companies, trade wars, beating up trees. It's time! A wise decision, Your Majesty. I've taken the liberty of contacting the Ashmedian ambassador. Greetings, Your Grace. I'm here to discuss the terms of our upcoming war. I was rather hoping to catch you by surprise. We all know there's a big war on the horizon. The only question is when. Now listen. The Ashmedian Empire is far larger than your kingdom. Didn't you wonder why we never squash you like a bug? It's because we're divided by internal conflicts. It may seem that the Empire is ruled by its emperor. In reality, Ashmead is ruled by its generals, who battle endlessly for control of the capital. Okay, so why are you here? I'm here representing your good friend, General Fallenkamp, whose lands are safely distant from the border. If you were to invade, all we ask is that you send us your signal. We'll launch a civil war, take advantage of the chaos to bump off some of our own rivals. A bold plan. We'll leave you to think on my words. If we take advantage of the Ashmedian Empire's internal divisions, we may actually have a chance. If you beat our oldest enemy, that would shut up the nobles for good. But winning still won't be easy. Your priority is to raise the kingdom's overall farming and military as much as you can, and of course there can't be open rebellion among the nobles. Oh lordy, tax season? We're common for everyone, that's fine. Alright, Rogue Golem, Comet Sighting. Let's go Rogue Golem, very thematic. A Rogue Golem has crossed into our territory over the Ashmedian border, Your Highness. This could be an exciting opportunity. Why did it cross over here? It was instructed to dig a trench, but evidently not told when to stop. It had dug a 16-mile furrow through the landscape and over the border by the time we stopped it. Please, my liege, this is our chance to figure out how this golem magic works. We could even turn it against Ashmead. Kosi, yo, hello, welcome. And let's make a megazord, okay. Your Majesty, the barons would drown their own grandmothers to gain an advantage over Ashmead or over the chiefs and patricians. The golems are an offence to the ninth god and they're dangerous. We should destroy it before it gets out of control. Alright, hear me out, hear me out. Add it to the army. We're going to war. More military, the better. Vote B, everyone. I'm going to go to the bathroom and back. Kosi, welcome on into the Pats. I think we could potentially be on our last season. It might be over soon. But yeah, I'm going to go to the bathroom and back very quick. Back. Okay. Yeah, here we are. Add it to the Marcher army. Easy peasy. We know from first-hand experience how well these golems fight. It's been a wonderful addition to our troops. The golem lives up to its reputation. On its first test run, blades pop out of its wrist and slice a training dummy in half, as well as the wall behind it. Success? We are good. We are so ready for this war. As long as people can eat. A blood-red comet was spotted in the night sky over the north, Your Highness. The villagers are claiming it's a terrible omen. The common folk are on the verge of panic. Is there anything I can do? I'll tell them there's nothing to worry about. You deliver a speech reassuring the peasants of the north that the comet isn't a good or bad thing, just a thing. Pray the ninth god riding a chariot or whatever. Fortunately, the common folk take you at your word. After all, if the queen says something, you'd better listen. The peasants go back to work in their fields, ignoring the comet entirely. Right, here we go. Let's see. For the last few months, your marshal has been crisscrossing the kingdom, drumming up troops in preparation for your first strike against the Ashmedian Empire. This is going to be the rough one. What do we got? 2 farming in the north is going to be... But the 9 farming, maybe it'll be 50-50. Maybe it's a coin toss. Today at last she returned, and she brought one of the patricians with her. Your Majesty, the nobles are proving reluctant to commit their soldiers to your cause. They sent a delegation to speak with you. Your Serene Highness, of course we support a war with the accursed dogs of Ashmead. Of course we do. We're more patriotic than anyone. But we're concerned about the harvest. Your marshal is telling us to raise all our able-bodied levies. If we do that, who's going to gather the crops? The kingdom could starve. Yeah, Pats have 9 farming, by the way. Kosi, thank you for coming in and complaining about not having 10 farming. Damn peasants will just have to tighten their belts. Without a proper harvest, it won't be the peasants who suffer. Just damn cowardice, if you ask me, Your Majesty. But all the nobles are echoing this nonsense. The fools are worried about going hungry for a few years. Until we can persuade them that the kingdom will survive, they won't commit their full forces to our banner. "70%? What? Holy shit!" That does not feel earned. I really thought the 2 farming in the north would weigh heavily against us, but okay. Okay. Assure noble patrician Kosi that the kingdom can survive a few bad harvests. 70%. Fingers crossed. Send me good vibes. Let's see. Wow. Okay. We're good. We're very good. By sea and storm, your serene highness. You're alright. The kingdom can survive a few hungry winters if it means teaching those Ashmedian bastards a lesson. Saved by the coastal bread basket and fisheries, it's true. Multiple generations of sending whales back to the Finfolk has saved us on this roll. That's a spirit. I trust we have the backing of the patricians in starting this war then. Yes, your esteemed highness, let's do this. One by one, your marshal approaches the nobles of your council, seeking their approval for a launch of the war against Ashmead. Aye, your majesty, the chiefs never back down from a fight. You have our axes. When it comes to war, you rely on the barons, my liege. Let's go give the Ashmedians a damn good kicking. The nobles stand united behind the idea of war on Ashmead, your majesty. Huzzah! Let's go to war. I like the enthusiasm, but it's been a long time since the kingdom mobilised so much of its army. We need to ensure they're up to the task. I'll assemble the troops at once. Farewell, your majesty. When your marshal returns to the capital a month later, she is at the head of an army. The soldiers set up camp outside the city walls, their armour gleaming in crimson in the light of dawn. Inspect the troops, 100%. GG. Well played. Thank you for being here, everyone. It's been another fantastic Dynasty. This will be up on the VODs channel on YouTube at some point. Next week, whole new Dynasty. I'm going to try and devise some sort of special rules for it. But yeah, stay tuned for that. I'll be making an announcement on the Discord when I decide what we do. Inspect the troops. The camp stretches for miles outside the walls of the city. The ground has been churned to mud under tens of thousands of boots. As you approach, you're greeted by an awesome sight. Rank upon rank of hard-faced footmen holding swords aloft. Knights on horseback, their plate mail glinting. Archers and crossbowmen training furiously, hitting target after target. Beautiful, ain't it? Let's bring Ashmead to its knees. Blood! Blood for the Ninth God! Your soldiers let out a full-throated roar. For the kingdom, for the queen! The army is a vast, stinking, hungry monster that swallows up the landscape as it marches south. When you arrive at the border, your soldiers spill across like a flood, sweeping away the surprised Ashmedian sentries in their path. To tell the truth, you don't see much of the fighting. Your job is just to give speeches before battle, wave a sword around, and then duck back into your tent. Despite that, or perhaps because of that, your first Ashmedian campaign is a huge success. By the time you return to the capital for winter, you've conquered almost 100 miles of territory along the border. As the city gates swing open, you're greeted by a rush of joyous sound, clapping, cheering, peasants throwing roses at your carriage. Trailing behind you, of course, is also a retinue of wounded soldiers nursing deep-seated trauma and grieving their lost comrades. The peasants largely ignore them. All hail the Queen, the conquering hero! Draw the curtain of your carriage. It does little to deaden the noise, but at least you don't see their stupid faces. These people have never even been near Ashmead. Why do they care? When you return to the palace, your wife is waiting for you, your heir Eris IV in her arms. My darling, You're finally back. I've been breathlessly following the tales of your conquests. I only wish you brought me along. Sounds like good fun, but I understand someone needs to hold down the fort. We have so much to talk about. Little Eris IV has been grown up so fast in your absence. Sorry, dear, but the council has requested a meeting. Oh, of course. Well, hurry back, my love. As you step into the council's presence for the first time in many months, the nobles all look up at you with trepidation. Welcome back, your August Majesty. Let me be the first to congratulate you on your victory. But now we can get back to the business of ruling. There are many votes that need your attention. Did you forget there's a war on? But what about democracy? The Constitution? Did the Queen misspeak? We may have won a victory, but Ashmead will strike back and strike back hard. We don't have time for the votes. We need to prepare. And if you squabbling bastards don't unite behind the Queen right away, you'll wake up next year with Ashmeadian soldiers in your bedchambers. Do I make myself clear? Crystal? Nothing like a common enemy, eh? Yes, your esteemed highness, if there's one thing we hate more than each other, it's the Ashmeadian Empire. After that, nobles never defy you again. But it's not like your life gets any easier. Your Majesty, I hate to interrupt your meeting, but I just received word that the Ashmeadian Empire is marching on our newly conquered territories. They're sending 30 regiments which need to mobilise immediately. With a sigh, you head back to the palace and say goodbye to your wife. Here we go again. GG, everyone. Thank you for being here. Gonna read the book. In haste to complete their scheme, the barons mishandled their gunpowder. It blew up in their faces. Literally, all that was found of Baron Simone was a pair of boots with feet still inside. Yuri was doomed by conquest. So many cases of that. The chiefs abandoned their hopes for Oddheld's Horn, which passed into legend once more. A treasure fit only for seducing adventurers into the frozen wastes, where ice giants or hypothermia await them. All that remained of the patricians' attempt to usurp the crown was a prisoner, deep under the palace, clad in an iron mask and shrouded in rumour. Queen Eris III's reign spanned another 15 glorious years, mostly spent fighting in foreign fields. She conquered land from Tavolin and Ashmead, lost it, campaigned to get it back. By the time the old warrior died, she was battle-scarred and celebrated as a hero. But most of all, she was tired. Queen Eris III, the absolutist. I say, headcanon-wise, we got to the bottom of what the scholars were doing, flip-reversed it, and abolished the council. We're at war, we don't need a council. Ergo, never brought the council back. Lovely jubbly. The monarchy reigned supreme, happily ever after. And the rest of you all got to go slink around in your local lands. Morgrim ended the game as the wealthiest, Gibbo the poorest. And there we go. There is, what was it? King Eris IV. Ruling fantastically. Mighty majestic. End of the game, everyone. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you all had fun. Thank you for joining me again. And as I've already said, new Dynasty next week. So tune in then. And if you own the game, this is the last... Yes, yeah, I announced it yesterday, Whopper, that I was starting a new Dynasty next week. I haven't decided who's going to be in it yet. I haven't decided what the gimmick will be, but there will be some gimmick. I'm going to spend some time thinking over it because I got a week off work. Oh, I'll let you know on the Discord, so stay tuned. And if you own the game, make sure you got the game tethered to Twitch, interacting with Twitch, so you get premium status on here, and then you can come in, I'll probably run the game for a couple hours early so that people can join the regions they want for the foreseeable. Not gonna lie, this Monarch looks good. They do, yeah. Anyway, everyone, thank you for joining me.